What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel for another Mandalorian video. We're going to be talking about Season 2, Episode 3, The Heiress. I'm actually going to be changing things up a little bit this week. We're going to be getting into some spoilers and talking about the overall episode and some plot points that I kind of want to get into. I know in week 1, I didn't talk spoilers, but I'm trying to mix it up and, do something different here. Oh, also, quickly, I want to address my plan for future reviews of The Mandalorian. It's kind of going to be on a week-by-week basis. It just depends on if I think that the episode is worth delving into and talking about, especially with an episode like this. I think it was necessary to really go in depth. But if it is more of a filler episode, I probably won't do a video. I'm going to be trying to do one of these per week for each episode. There's going to be 8 episodes in the season, so if you do the math, for 8 weeks, I'll be having a Mandalorian episode video. I know I said I would do a video each week, but it's kind of tough when I'm already doing other videos and schoolwork and a lot of other stuff, and it is what it is, but I'm definitely going to have a couple more videos on The Mandalorian. Other than that, I think that's my plan moving forward, just to keep you guys updated on that. This week, though, however, we have some stuff to discuss and get into, which is why there's going to be spoilers. Spoiler warning. If you haven't seen The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 3, I suggest that you watch the episode, then come back and listen to my thoughts and my breakdown of the episode and kind of see if you agree, disagree. Share your thoughts down below in the comments what you thought of the episode as well. Okay, so this episode was written by Jon Favreau. Again, he's written the first 3 episodes of this season, and it was directed by Bryce Dallas Howard, who actually directed an episode last season in Season 1, Episode 4, and she comes back again for the second season in my favorite episode of Season 2 so far, and probably up there with one of, if not the best episodes of the show, in my opinion. Mando helps Frog Lady reunite with Frog Man, and they are happily together, so that was nice, I guess. Din is tricked. They want the Beskar armor. Obviously, the Beskar is very popular, and it's very expensive, and it's a rare commodity, so they push him and the child in. The child fortunately has his little mechanism that covers up, so he gets swallowed by the sea monster, and I was like, oh, whoa. But then, Mando is rescued by some familiar figures, one familiar figure in particular, and it is revealed to be Bo-Katan. If you haven't seen Clone Wars or Rebels, she is an integral part of those series. She is the sister of Duchess Satine, and to see her on screen in live action for the first time was amazing. Seeing Katie Sackhoff, who actually voices Bo-Katan in those series, it just made me so happy to see. It was such a great reveal, too, with her taking her helmet off, and then Din kind of being like, whoa, these guys aren't Mandalorian, like what? Also kind of plays into the episode title because Bo is the heiress of Mandalore. What I thought was really interesting in their first interaction is that Mando says, "You do not cover your face, you're not Mandalorian," and then Bo responds and says, "He's one of them." And then you're thinking, one of who? Wait, what? And then she reveals that he is a child of Death Watch. She calls it the Watch. And Death Watch, again, integral in Clone Wars with Pre Vizsla, voiced by Jon Favreau. Connection there. So that's a really big deal. And the way that she describes the Watch to Mando is basically, children of the Watch are a cult of religious zealots that broke away from Mandalorian society. Their goal was to re-establish the ancient way. So that was a great interaction, and basically Mando's like, I don't need your help, even though he was searching for Mandalorians, and he finds them, but he doesn't trust them, and he doesn't think that they're true Mandalorians, because his thought of a true Mandalorian is that they always cover their face, and that is always a big sign for him that someone's not Mandalorian. We saw that in Episode 1 with Cobb Vanth taking his mask off, the Boba Fett armor that he has on. I just want to point out there was a beautiful shot. Din is watching from afar. Bo jetpacking away from the ship was absolutely gorgeous shot. One of the prettiest shots of the season and the show in general, in my opinion. And then Mando's trying to just get back, trying to mind his own business, has the child with him, and then he's confronted again, and he's saved again by Bo and the other Mandalorians. Twice. In a span of like 5 minutes, he's saved twice. Din kind of is like, okay, maybe I should consider talking to them for a little bit. And then Bo explains to him that Trask is a black market port that has and sells weapons taken from Mandalore. Her words are she wants to seat a new Mandalore on the throne, and that Mandalore is herself. And then another really interesting response by Din here saying that planet is cursed. Anyone who goes there dies. Once the Empire knew they couldn't control it, they made sure no one else could either. And then Bo says, don't believe everything you hear. Could we get a return to Mandalore? That would be sick. I would love to see that. I don't know if that's going to happen in this season, but maybe next season. I think that could be a really big callback to lore and previous shows. And then Bo and Din get into the conversation about Jedi, and Bo telling him that I can lead you to a Jedi, but you first have to help me. And that's another common theme in The Mandalorian, is he meets someone who tells him, I have that information, I have what you seek, you need to help me first. This isn't a one-way ticket. There are two sides of the equation, basically. So then Bo asks for his help to help take weapons from an Imperial freighter. I like the joke made about the stormtroopers saying, and they couldn't even hit the side of a bantha. I know that's terrible English accent, terrible impersonation, but just go with it, please. You could sense that this is important for Bo, and this is really something that she wants. Bo and the other two Mandalorians are going at it, taking out stormtroopers left and right. Mando just a little slow. You can tell, like, he's experienced, he's really good at what he does, but Bo's been doing this for a while too, and she's pretty good. Along with the action, I thought there were actually some pretty nice jokes. There's a couple stormtroopers and the Imperial officer guarding the door. The squad is about to come up. The officer's like, we'll hold them. There's shots fired and stormtroopers going down left and right. And he's like, close the door, close the door. And the stormtrooper's like, which one? He's like, all of them, all of them. That's Star Wars humor to me. Bo, the other Mandalorians, and Din are able to secure the weapons. And Din basically is like, okay, that's it, I'm done. My job here is done. You can tell me what the Jedi are and I can go on my way. And Bo's like, no. It's not going to work like that. She changes the deal and basically says, we're taking the ship, because there's something that she wants and that she needs in order to rule Mandalore, and that is the Darksaber. Din is able to put himself in the face of danger and run out in front of stormtroopers. The blaster shots are deflecting off the Beskar armor left and right, and he's able to give a last-ditch effort and throw the bombs and blow up the stormtroopers. And then we get the return of Moff Gideon. Giancarlo Esposito is back. First sighting of him this season, talking to the one Imperial officer. The officer's requesting help, and Moff Gideon's like, yeah, I can't do that, sorry. Can't expend my resources there. Sorry, pal. Just, you know what to do, pretty much. And he takes out the two pilots, pushes the ship down towards the sea, and is gonna go kamikaze style, trying to take everyone out with him. And then a great line delivered by Giancarlo Esposito saying, long live the Empire. The squadron is able to get into a confrontation with the Imperial officer, and Bo goes right up to him and says, where is it? Where is it? And then he responds with, if you're asking, then you already know. So the officer commits suicide by biting down on a molar that electric shocks his brain, I think. So he's dead. Bo is trying to track down Moff Gideon and get the Darksaber back in order to rule Mandalore. And there's a lot of questions that I have, like, how did she lose it? She had it in Rebels. Now Moff Gideon has it. So how did Bo lose it? The way that it was brought up in this episode, it seems like Moff Gideon didn't take it from her, but rather someone else did. Maybe that'll be talked about in future episodes. I'm kind of curious. Bo and the other Mandalorians are able to take the ship, and they kind of have to get out of there now that the Empire knows where they are and what they're doing. Mando is able to talk to Bo, and they have one last conversation. Bo tells him to take the foundling to the city of Caladan on the forest planet of Corvus, and she says, there you will find Ahsoka Tano. I don't even know how to react to this. The name drop of Ahsoka in live action is finally here. She's mentioned. I know there were rumors of Rosario Dawson playing her, but we didn't know how that information or how that would be presented to the audience and viewers. And finally, it was revealed where she is, and Mando finally has his destination to find a Jedi. However, I don't think the next episode will be Ahsoka-centric. I don't know if that's the way that the show's going to go. I do think we may possibly get Cara Dune and Greef Karga into the season. That's just speculation, because I think it would be too easy if they get to Ahsoka immediately. I mean, there's 5 episodes left, and I think that there is still a lot at play. I'm going to get to Ahsoka. Moff Gideon, I think, has way more to do. We just saw Bo-Katan, so check that one off the speculation list. Oh, the hooded figure seen in the trailer that everyone was saying, oh, is that Ahsoka? Is that Ahsoka? No, it was not Ahsoka. It was actually Sasha Banks' character who played the other Mandalorian, one of the Mandalorians. The ending music plays. I really like the way that the episodes wrap up with that music by Ludwig Göransson. Again, just praising Ludwig Göransson. He's just great at his job. And Mando and the child set course to find Ahsoka on Corvus. Credit to Bryce Dallas Howard. She did a great job of balancing this episode. It was only maybe a little over 30 minutes. It was well-paced. The action flowed well. Overall, this as an episode, you can sit down and watch multiple times over and over again. Easily the best of the season so far. Right now, my rankings are episode 3 is number 1, episode 1 is number 2, and episode 2 is number 3. I know, you follow along. 3, 1, 2. 3, 1, 2. I'm anticipating a lot from these coming episodes. A lot of lore, a lot of story, a lot of plot, and I think that overall with fans kind of maybe asking for more of that, they definitely got it in this episode for sure. So yeah, those were my thoughts of The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 3, also known as Chapter 11, The Heiress. Let me know what you thought down below in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new and you enjoy the content on the channel. And for that, guys, that'll be all from me. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate the support as always. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace. May the Force be with you.